Hi there, I'm Noelle Schroeder, and I'm here to talk about raising your vibration. I have started a campaign called Raise Your Vibe. I hashtag Raise Your Vibe and Raise the Vibe on a regular basis. What does that mean exactly? Well, I have a background in energy healing, holistic health, and I work with energy all the time with individuals, with groups, even with interior spaces, doing my own version of feng shui. I offer a whole food nutrition supplement that also helps people raise their vibration. I also work with essential oils. So I have lots of tools up my sleeve. I talk about and teach and offer meditations, guided meditations using energy healing work. And I just want to share what I've learned so far. I certainly don't have all the answers. I certainly don't know all there is to know. I'll just share with you what I know, what has helped me over the years. The first thing I want to start with today is just grounding. How do we ground ourselves? What does grounding even mean? And for me, it means coming back into present time, calming myself down, coming back into a place of calm when I feel overwhelmed, when I feel like I'm really caught up in my head with too many thoughts and too many things that I'm trying to figure out or manage intellectually. Grounding is a way to come back into the body. And we'll talk more about that as we go along. But when you come into your body, that's when you come into the moment and you breathe more deeply and you calm your nervous system down and you remind yourself that all is well, that everything actually is okay, that everything is actually in order, even if it doesn't feel like it, that on some level you are perfectly safe, even if you don't feel safe in the moment. And there are, levels of what people would constitute as feeling safe. We can talk about anxiety as just a very common feeling of not feeling safe on more of an emotional level, to absolute fear that perhaps you're in a situation where you're actually fearing for your life in some way, in a very real and physical way. But for most of us in the Western world, we're not in that position. We are, however, feeling fear or anxiety on a fairly regular basis, and it may not be grounded in anything physically real, but the feelings are real. And that's important to understand, that we have to validate those feelings of anxiety and fear, acknowledge them, and then find ways to calm ourselves down, release the anxiety and fear, and come back into a place of feeling calmer, more in harmony and in balance. Your body doesn't know when your anxiety or fear is based on a real life-threatening situation or not. So it reacts as if you are in a real life-threatening situation, even if you're not. And so when you're feeling anxious, when you're feeling afraid, the body sets off certain signals, starts pumping a lot of adrenaline, increases your heart rate, your blood pressure, but it also slows down your digestive tract. And so it can really wreak havoc on your body if it's a regular occurrence. Because slowing down your digestive system is not a healthy thing, and revving up your heart rate and your blood pressure are not healthy things to have on a regular basis. They serve a purpose if you actually are in danger. But if you are feeling emotionally anxious and fearful all the time, but not actually in physical danger, then it becomes this habit instead of this once in a great while experience. And so your body's adrenaline response really kicks into gear way too often, creates a lot of cortisol in the body. And this creates, can create a lot of physical problems, emotional problems, lack of mental clarity, and so on. like I said, I'm speaking from experience and the kinds of things that have helped me. So have I experienced anxiety in my life? Yes. Probably ever since I was a little kid. I wouldn't have necessarily known or called it anxiety, but I've come to recognize it as an adult. So a grounding tool that I like to share that comes from the Energy Healing Institute, it's actually a skill that I believe originally came from the Berkeley Psychic Institute, was developed by psychics, by metaphysical practitioners like myself, who can see energy in very interesting ways and can then describe and teach people the visual cues or the auditory cues or the sensory cues to help replicate certain things that are often happening naturally in your energy field on a regular basis that you're not consciously aware of. So as you raise your consciousness around these mechanisms and you start to do them on purpose consciously, that's one way that you are raising your consciousness and raising your vibration. And so just close your eyes for a moment and imagine a green ball of light that sits in the, for men, it's going to be at the base of the spine, and for women, right between the ovaries. So this is where what we call the first chakra, or the first energy center of your energy system, chakra system. And there are lots of different schools of thought on where the chakras are. So I'm going to go with the Energy Healing Institute training, which says men's first chakras are at the base of the spine and women's first chakras are between the ovaries. And we're talking about the astral set of chakras, which deal with your emotions and your thoughts and thought patterns, behavioral patterns. So imagine this green ball of light in your first chakra. And you can think of this green light, this green ball of light, as earth energy. And it's got this beautiful sort of grassy color. So imagining the earth and the green of the earth, all of the things that grow in the earth, in the ground, that are a bright green color. That's the kind of green we're looking for. And just take a couple of deep breaths as you connect into this infinite supply of earth energy in your first chakra. And then just imagine dropping this ball of green light from your first chakra all the way down to the center of the earth. So as it drops, it creates a cord about as wide as your hips. And so it's connecting you to the very center of the earth. And this is your grounding cord. This is the one cord or attachment you want to have all the time. Your connection to the earth, your attachment to the earth, until you're ready to transition someplace else. But while you're here, your grounding cord is a beautiful thing for keeping you in your body and in the present moment. What I mean by in your body is literally in your body, because your essence, your energy essence, has the ability to lift off out of the crown chakra at the top of the head and escape. And we all do that from time to time because we can. More often than not because there's something that feels painful or traumatic to us that we are trying to escape. And so for little kids, it can be a common occurrence, especially if the childhood feels emotionally or even physically traumatic. And if that became a habit for you as a child, you may have carried that habit into your adulthood and still be doing a lot of this sort of leaving the body. And when you leave the body, you create this opening in your crown, and so you start channeling. And what that means is you invite anybody who wants to come in that doesn't actually have a physical body. So any non-physical being out there into your body. And there are plenty of entities out there that like to hang out and take residence in physical bodies because it's kind of fun. But they're really not welcome to do that. And that's important for you to understand, is that you have control over that. So they don't actually have control over that, you do. And so by, again, raising your consciousness around these concepts, you can start to say, oh, okay, yeah, you're not allowed in here, so go away. I'm going to come back into my body now and be present in my life. And at first that may feel painful because maybe the reason you went out on a regular basis is to escape the pain. But as adults, we are more equipped than we were as children to find tools that can help us deal with physical or emotional pain that's happening in our lives. We'll talk more about that, as we go along. We're not going to tackle all of these things today, but I just want to give you some premise for what it actually means that I'm actually literally talking about. Yes, grounding yourself means you're literally coming back into your body and settling into the present moment, and hopefully an awareness that even if there is some pain there, it's okay. That you will be able to, if not in this very moment, over time, learn some tools that can help you with the pain, whether it be emotional or physical, and be more present in your life and start to attract and create joy and love and positive vibrations that are not so painful. And that's how we start to raise our vibration as well. So when we talk about raising the vibration, this is what we're talking about. So first of all, how do you feel now that you have become more conscious of your grounding cord and connected into it and taken some deep breaths and dropped your grounding cord to the center of the earth? So just take a moment to notice what that feels like. And then just simply imagine something soothing to you. So this can be imagery. Many people love imagery of the ocean or the beach. They find that very peaceful. Other people love imagery of anything in nature. So, maybe for you it's the mountains or the woods or a stream or a brook, a lake or a river. Maybe you have a favorite spot that you like to go to. And so just in your mind, go there. You can also just imagine certain colors. Like, for example, the painting behind me is one of my paintings called A Cosmic Infusion. It's a blue, golden, platinum blend of cosmic and high vibrational energies. And so perhaps it's the colors in this painting, perhaps it's some other colors that feel good to you, but allow those colors to be bright and uplifting colors. So no black, no brown, no gray, no white, but actual colors. Perhaps you are more of an auditory word person and not so visual, and you just want to think of a word that is soothing to you, like love or joy or peace. And so you can simply let that word come into your mind. So there are lots of ways to do energy work. It's all about intention. And for some of us, we're more visual. For others of us, we're more physical. For others of us, we're more auditory. So if it's something physical, perhaps it's cuddling up next to your furry friend if you have a pet. Maybe you have something soft or just cozy that you like to wear or put around you. So whatever right now helps you to feel soothed, comforted, love, peace, joy, any of these high vibrational emotions. And just imagine these vibrations. So all thoughts have vibration, all imagery, all emotions have vibration. Everything in the universe is made of vibration. So whatever you're thinking about, focusing on, visualizing, imagining is a vibration. And so allow that positive vibration to simply come into your being, to come into your body, to come into your energy field. You have an aura around you. You have these energy centers or chakras inside your body. Some are even above you and below you, outside your body. But just imagining these high vibrational colors and these high vibrational thoughts and feelings, images or words, simply washing over you and filling you up. You can keep your eyes closed, or if you're focusing on something that's in front of you that you want to keep looking at, that's helping you feel these more positive vibrations, then feel free to do that as well. Just start to notice with these deep breaths, with your grounding cord in place, and this focus on something that feels good. How do you feel? How does your body feel? How do you feel emotionally? There is no right or wrong answer here. There may be some negative things showing up, and that's okay. That's normal. That's called the human mind. But just rather than judge or worry about what's showing up, just simply observe it. And if you are feeling negative in some way, can you get yourself to a better feeling in some way? A better feeling thought, a better feeling word, a better feeling image, color, place in your mind. And I just invite you to do this practice often throughout the day, whenever you can, whenever you think of it, whenever you're feeling badly or negative, frustrated, angry, sad, depressed, anxious. Can you get yourself into a better feeling place? It may not be a joyful place, but is it a better feeling place? And if you can get yourself to a better feeling place, and I'm quoting Abraham Hicks here, she talks about better feeling thoughts and getting yourself to a better feeling place all the time, that's when you're raising your vibration. So if you think of vibrational numbers, right, if we start to look at the actual the way that we measure vibration in terms of sound or in how something vibrates in the universe, anger and fear and depression and anxiety, these are all emotions that run at a very low vibration. And that doesn't mean there's anything wrong with them. Okay, so I'm going to do a lot of wrong and right in quotes because I think we get really caught up in right and wrong. And this creates belief systems that really get in our way. So, and it creates a lot of judgment. So it's not that these lower vibrations are wrong, but they don't really feel good. And if an emotion can feel a little bit better, if we can get to an even slightly better emotion, sorry about that, then we can start to change our experience in the moment over the course of the day, our experience over the course of the week, and our experience over our lifetime if we get in the practice and in the habit of finding a better feeling place, a better feeling emotion. So depression is a lower vibration than anger. So maybe today you're going to go from depression up to anger and raise your vibration that way. At least with anger, there's some life, there's some energy there, and perhaps an inspiration to take action about something that you have been unsure about or afraid to take on or to act out. Love, joy, peace, gratitude. These are very high vibrational emotions. We can't necessarily get from here to there in one sitting, right? If we're really angry or if we're depressed, we might only be able to go up one notch. Or we might just be able to raise our consciousness and acknowledge the depression before we go anywhere up the scale. But Christine Marie Sheldon talks about love or above. That's the name of her site. And the idea is that over time, we're working our way up the scale towards the higher vibrational emotions of love and joy and peace. And why? Not because they're right, but because they feel better. And when we feel better emotionally, then our bodies work better physically. And when that's all happening, then we tend to vibrate towards others in a kinder and more compassionate way. We are more willing to share and collaborate and work together and solve problems. When we're running at the lower vibration emotions all the time, we have less inclination to work together, to collaborate. We are more likely to compete with each other, to cut each other down, to judge each other. And when these things are happening, life on this planet is not that much fun. But when we are up here on a more regular basis, and this is all relative, right? Doesn't mean you can't have a day or a moment or a few days or even a few weeks where you feel down in the dumps. But what are you doing to raise your vibration and lift yourself up out of that place so that more regularly you're creating a habit of feeling better, which is allowing your body to function better and be healthier, which is allowing your mind to function in a healthier and more clear way. And then this is allowing more collaboration, working together, sharing, allowing, manifesting what we want out of life. And so my mission for this program, this series, is to help you as an individual, but really to help the collective, helping myself in the process, because I am a part of the collective and just as likely to get sad or angry as anyone. But with practice, we can feel better and be happier on a more regular basis. And then life gets better for us as individuals, and then life gets better for us as a collective. I just feel like right now time is of the essence. I think we're moving into a new paradigm, a new era, a new age, if you will. And we're really struggling. We're really in this kind of tug of war, push and pull between low vibrational energies taking over and being the dominant force in our world, or higher vibrations taking over and being the dominant force. And again, it's not about wrong and right, but it's about competing and knocking each other down and judging and perhaps even being violent with each other. And then in essence, creating a self-destruction of ourselves and the planet. Or feeling better, feeling good about ourselves, feeling good about each other, wanting to collaborate, wanting to share, wanting to solve the world's problems in constructive ways, and not self-destruct as a species. So time is of the essence because we are debating between self-destruction or not, between completely sabotaging ourselves or thriving. I don't know about you, but I would rather thrive. I would rather have fun. I would rather keep going and feel like, yes, we made it through and humanity is thriving and working together and collaborating and solving problems and getting things done in a way that is constructive rather than destructive. So that's my mission. I hope you enjoyed today. We're going to talk more again soon. And our next topic will be on food and the vibrations of food and, you know, low vibrational food versus high vibrational food, which again doesn't mean all or nothing. Do I always have to eat foods that are of high vibration? Do I always have to eat foods that are of low vibration? What's happening when one is dominating over the other? If you're always eating low vibrational foods, how do you feel? How does your body feel? How does your mind feel? How do you feel emotionally? Believe it or not, food can affect all of these things. Where's the food coming from? Where has it been sourced? How has it been grown? And does that affect the vibration of the plants, the vibration of the food that we're putting into our bodies? So these are all really fascinating topics to me. That's my dog, Cosmo. You'll get to meet him too. Until next time, see you soon. Enjoy. Bye.